the sacred street banquet of reincarnated oil. Behold as this man fearlessly baptizes a piece of bread in Greece that has outlived empires, survived colonialism, and probably witnessed the invention of fire. This isn't oil anymore. This is a primordial soup of regret and immortality, a liquid fossil that could fuel both rickshaws and nightmares. And then, the stew, a bubbling pit of golden chaos that looks like it was scooped straight from the digestive afterlife of an Indian bull. The texture? Somewhere between swamp mud and divine punishment. The smell? A theological debate between spice and decomposition. He serves it proudly, as if revealing a lost relic of ancient cuisine. Behold, traveler, the curry of destiny. Each bite threatens to rewrite your DNA and open portals to parallel dimensions where food safety laws were never invented. It's not just a dish, it's an edible apocalypse. History, biology, and dark sorcery all ladled into one trembling paper bowl. Behold the legendary Indian street dessert that allegedly answers to the name mango, though it looks more like something unearthed from a 14th century archaeological dig behind a public latrine. What you are witnessing is not cooking. It is alchemy conducted on a pile of expired office paperwork. Every piece of paper under that man's sacred concoction bears the stains of bureaucratic despair and at least 3 unknown sauces that have achieved sentience. The chef himself, part prophet, part hazard, moves with the calm authority of someone who has long accepted that bacteria are part of the recipe. He folds a rag of ambiguous history, wipes his hands with it, and then proceeds to shape destiny and dysentery in equal measure. The mango chunks, those leathery slabs of uncertainty, glisten like varnished fossils, chewy relics of forgotten fruits that once dreamed of ripening in peace before being sacrificed to the street food gods. No refrigeration, no shame, no mercy. Just the raw confidence of a man who knows that what doesn't kill you will make you question every life choice that led to eating dessert off a stack of receipts. And yet somewhere in that mess of sugar, dust, and philosophical decay, there's something disturbingly majestic, a culinary apocalypse dressed as tradition, a sweet sermon on the futility of modern hygiene. Here we have the apex of street dessert warfare, frozen missiles disguised as ice cream. Each one stands upright in its metal casing, like a firing squad of .50 caliber sweetness, ready to deliver lactose-based devastation to anyone foolish enough to call this refreshing. The vendor, wearing a shirt that looks like it lost a fistfight with a floral curtain, reloads the molds with the quiet precision of an arms dealer. The table itself could pass for a Cold War assembly line. Rows of metallic tubes awaiting activation, each one a potential weapon against gastrointestinal stability. You don't eat these ice creams, you deploy them. Their texture resembles concrete left overnight in a freezer powered by regret. And when you bite into one, you don't taste vanilla or mango. You taste danger, metallic undertones, and faint echoes of artillery fire. Somewhere between dessert and demolition, this creation captures the essence of the streets. Bold, unapologetic, and always 2 degrees away from chemical warfare. The kind of ice cream that doesn't melt, it just waits patiently for your teeth to surrender. Here we witness the ceremonial brewing of what can only be described as insect-infused despair. A fine blend of tea leaves, exhaust residue, and what appears to be the cremated remains of an anthill, all mixed lovingly with a spoon that's seen more pandemics than a WHO report. Each scoop of that dark dust adds not flavor, but history. Centuries of street grime and karmic imbalance, now reborn as sugar. The vendor stirs it in with the solemn grace of a man performing dark alchemy, transforming caffeine into chaos. It's not just tea, it's a potion brewed in the underbelly of civilization, served lukewarm with a side of microbial adventure. One sip and you'll transcend the limits of taste, reason, and possibly human survival. Here we see the artisanal peanut miner of the streets, a man who treats every legume like buried treasure. He doesn't just sell snacks, he prospects for them. Each peanut is sifted through a bowl that looks stolen from a 19th century gold rush, as if he's one lucky pan away from striking fortune, or at least a clean one. He digs in with both hands like an archaeologist of filth, lovingly caressing every nut with the legendary left hand of destiny, a regional technique said to add flavor, trauma, and several untraceable bacteria. By the time you get your bag, those peanuts have been through more personal contact than a politician during election season. And here it is, the holy grail of amphibious refreshment, a drink so murky it looks like it was ladled straight from the Ganges frog nursery, complete with lemon slices for decoration and what appear to be freshly hatched tadpoles doing synchronized swimming practice. The vendor stirs the tank with the casual confidence of a man who's clearly immune to all known diseases, then tops it off with a packet of Indian Tang. Because nothing says refreshing like powdered orange regret mixed into stagnant swamp water. He pours it proudly, as if unveiling a luxury cocktail from the depths of evolutionary history. One sip, and you can almost hear the croak of life itself. It's not just a drink, it's an amphibian awakening in liquid form. Ah yes, the fabled left-hand risotto, a dish so intimate it practically knows your blood type. The chef begins by adding a generous handful of meat aged exclusively by ambient air and mosquito approval, then dives in barehanded to perform what can only be described as culinary CPR. This isn't mixing, this is sculpting chaos. Each finger sinks deep into the gooey abyss, redistributing flavor, bacteria, and the faint hope of survival. The technique, locally known as the hand-touch method, is a sacred ritual passed down through generations of people who collectively gave up on using spoons. The texture? Imagine rice that has achieved emotional breakdown. The aroma? Equal parts spice, sweat, and defiance. It's not food anymore. It's performance art, a declaration of war against hygiene, and possibly the most personal serving of carbohydrates you'll ever regret eating. Ah yes, the buffet of nightmares. One man, 20 cauldrons, and enough bubbling swamps to make Mordor's stew look like consommé. Each pot holds a concoction more suspicious than the last. Soups that resemble nuclear waste, gravies that look like they were siphoned out of a rusted car engine, and of course, the mysterious amphora straight out of Conan Exiles, surely ticking like a bomb. Our fearless chef doesn't serve food, he performs culinary whack-a-mole. He ladles from one cauldron, then another, in a frenzy that suggests two possibilities. If he stops, a sniper will take him out. He's auditioning to be Slipknot's next drummer, trading drumsticks for greasy ladles. The final dish? A Frankenstein platter stitched together from every questionable fluid in a 5-meter radius. The flavors don't blend. They wrestle each other in your stomach like WWE on laxatives. Watching him work is less cooking and more performing dark rituals to summon diarrhea. Truly the Gordon Ramsay of chaos. We'll be blessing your eyeballs with a new cursed snack every single day, and on Fridays you'll get the full weekly digestive apocalypse compilation. Drop a comment if you're insane enough to want more. I swear I'm trying not to be repetitive, but apparently YouTube only worships long-format torture. Massive thanks to the brave survivors still watching. Your stomachs deserve medals. You're the real MVPs of this gastrointestinal war. Ah yes, the very pinnacle of urban gastronomy. Cooking not on a stove, not on a grill, but on the shimmering steel canvas of a sewer manhole cover. Because nothing says flavor quite like residual fumes of yesterday's plumbing. The chef begins with a heroic gesture, dropping a 106-ounce block of butter, yes, nearly 7 pounds of artery-clogging doom, enough cholesterol to legally classify as a biological weapon. It melts into a golden lake of regret, paving the way for something red. Tomato? Paint? Ox blood? Who can say culinary mystery is part of the charm? For texture, he sprinkles in a handful of fleas, protein, darling, followed by what appears to be paprika, but could just as easily be radioactive dust swept up from the Ganges riverbank. Just when you think your intestines are safe, he dumps in a pre-cooked sludge, because two stomach-churning stews are better than one. And then, the grand reveal, his signature tool, which looks suspiciously like a toilet brush, post-war, bristles missing, dignity long gone. With it, he stirs and pounds the mixture until a violent chemical reaction occurs, birthing the final dish. A molten abomination praised by locals as traditional and feared by doctors as career-ending. The result? A culinary experience that tastes like divine punishment, plated directly from the bowels of municipal infrastructure. 5 stars for sheer audacity.